Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain you question number 17th of class of exercise 2.1 of class 12. The question is 17th question is we have to solve this equation. Equation is sec inverse x upon a minus sec inverse x upon b equal to sec inverse b minus sec inverse a. So we will start by the given equation. I wrote here the given equation. Now these questions are very tricky questions. The tricks you have to take care that you have to start by this only. Since we have the formulas of sine inverse, cos inverse and tan inverse, but we didn't have the formulas of sec inverse. Means we don't have any formula to combine the sec inverse A and sec inverse B. That's why we convert the sec inverse in the form of cos inverse, because we know that sec inverse theta is equal to cos inverse 1 upon theta. So with the help of this, first we'll convert all the sec inverse in the form of cos inverse. So when you will convert sec inverse to cos inverse, reciprocal of these fractions you have to do. So cos inverse reciprocal of x upon a is a upon x. In the same way, we had converted all the sec inverse trigonometric ratios in the form of cos inverse. Now before using the formula to combining them, bring all the variables, like variables together. Like variables means I am talking about a. So here is a, but here is b. So don't use directly formula here. First bring the cos inverse which have a, that is this term. So bring this term in this side and send this cos inverse b in other side. So after all this shifting, we will observe carefully all the a's are together and all the b's are together. Now use the formula of cos inverse x plus cos inverse y, that is cos inverse xy minus root 1 minus x square root 1 minus y square. So when we use this, we will get here the product of these two terms, because x instead of xy we have to put the values. Then here in cos opposite symbol used to work. When plus is there, that time minus, and if minus is there, that time here plus. Then root 1 minus x square. So this is complete is our x. So we have done the square. Then root 1 minus y square. In the same way, here also we will use the formula, that is xy. So product of these two, then minus root 1 minus x square minus 1 minus y square. Now after using the formula, carefully we will observe both the sides. The many changes we can do. First of all, cos inverse and cos inverse will remove each other. Then this a will cancel by a and this b will cancel by b. Then we are remained with only these big brackets. So we are wrote here. I hope it's clear to you. Now just see, since we brought all the a's together, that's why this step happened. And if you are not going to bring, then you will get ab, then it's going to be very complicated. Now after all the cancellation, after writing all the remaining thing, again we will observe both left hand side and right hand side. When we will observe carefully, we will find that this 1 upon x and 1 upon x is same in both the sides. So just cancel them. Then we are remained with these root terms. So just do the square of these root terms. So when you will do the square of these root terms, you will get that minus sign is also removed, as well as the root symbol is also removed because of whole square in both the sides. And then inside here take the LCM, and here also take the LCM. After taking LCM, you will get x square minus a square upon x square, and here also you will get a square upon 1. In the same way, take here also the LCM. Now after taking all the LCM and simplification, we achieved this. Now just carefully just observe the denominator. Denominator is x square upon a square, and here b square upon x square. Since they are in product, so you can cancel this x square and this x square. Then you are remained with only a square here, and here you are remained with b square. Then just do the cross multiplication. So b square will move here and a square will go here. And here just open both the brackets. So I had done like this. This b square moved here. That's why I wrote here b square. And I opened both the brackets. So I achieved this big bracket by opening these numerators bracket. And in the same way, this a square will come here. So a square I wrote here. Then these two brackets just open. So you will get this big bracket. Now multiply this big bracket by b square, and here also multiply this big bracket by a square. So you will get this. Then just observe carefully what are the same terms in both the sides. Then you will find this x square, a square, b square. and this x square, a square, b square is same, so they will cancel each other. And another is this a square b square is same with a square b square. So we are remain with these two terms and these two terms. In this also just do the adjustment, bring all means bring this a square x square in this side and shift this b square and a4 in other side. Means we have to take care that a square means square of a's and powers of 4, a and b's power of 4 should shift in same side. Means just see here, here is uh, b square, but here we have a to the power 4. So this 4 should shift in only one side. So I shifted this 4 terms in other side and this term in one side. So, or simply you can say bring all from the remaining terms, bring x square in one side and other non-x in other sides, then easily you can get this. Now take x square common, so you will get here a square minus b square. Now from these two, whatever like term, that is a square b square, take common, so you are remain with a square b square. Observe both the sides carefully, you will find the brackets are same, so they will cancel each other. So we are remained with x square equal to a square b square. We want only x, so just take the root. So when you will take, you will get plus minus, but here minus ab is not possible because we are finding the inverse trigonometric ratios. That time it's not possible here. So only plus ab is going to be the solution of given equation. So the answer is x is equal to plus ab. Now in the same way we are going to solve the next question. Again we have to solve for x. So just see the question. It's a cos inverse x square minus 1 upon x square plus 1 and tan inverse 2x upon x square minus 1 is equal to 2 pi upon 3, and we have to solve for x. So students, when we observe it carefully, we will find that these terms can be in the form of cos 2 theta if we take minus common, because somewhere I wrote the formula. Just see the formula first. Cos 2 theta is 1 minus tan square theta. So what we have here, 1 minus tan square theta. In the same way, tan 2 theta, here again we have 1 minus tan square theta. Means it should come 1 minus x square, and here also it should come 1 minus x square. But we will see the question. In question what we have, x square minus 1, and here also we have x square minus 1. So in further step, to use the formula properly, we will adjust them. So that's why we'll take here minus common, so that we can bring them in the formula of cos 2 theta, and here also we'll take minus common so that we can bring it in the form of tan 2 theta. That's why we'll take minus common. So this step will come in our mind by observing them properly, that what is going to be the formula of cos 2 theta and tan 2 theta. Now you know that cos inverse minus theta is pi minus cos inverse theta. That's why I use the formula here, pi minus cos inverse. This is complete our theta. And tan inverse minus theta is simply minus tan inverse theta. That's why minus tan inverse. This is theta. Then here to bring it in the form of cos 2 theta and to bring it in the form of tan 2 theta, we have to do some substitutions. Instead of x, we need here tan theta. So we'll assume x as tan theta. So from here tan will go here. So we'll get here tan inverse x. Now these replacements we'll do here. After doing the replacement, we'll get here 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, and here also we'll get 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. As you know the formula, what I explained to you, is this complete is the formula of cos 2 theta. So we'll replace it, and instead of it we'll write here cos 2 theta. In the same way, this we'll replace and we'll write here tan 2 theta. Now this pi is in addition, we'll shift in this side, so it will come as minus. Now this cos inverse and cos will remove each other, so we are remained here with minus 2 theta. In the same way, tan inverse and tan will remove each other, we are remained with minus 2 theta, and here we'll take the LCM. So the LCM gave us this step. Now minus 2 theta is minus 4 theta. After subtraction we got here minus pi, minus cancelled by minus, 4 is in multiply, so it will go in divide. So we got here theta is equal to pi upon 12. Now theta's value initially we calculated in equation second, theta is tan inverse x. So theta's value here we will replace, so we will get here tan inverse x is equal to pi upon 12. Now 10 will go here, so we will get x is equal to 10 pi upon 12, because we had done this since we are solving for x, we want only x value. So x value is 10 pi upon 12. So this is the solution of this equation. Thank you.